Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for stopping by right from the beginning of my new California Jazz and Blues Museum. If you have any artifacts or you want to make a donation to come and help me, come on. LA needs this. Los Angeles needs a Jazz and Blues Museum to celebrate the people who come to Los Angeles and live, the implants, and the original people that lived here and made this Sankofa Passage. And you see on the ground, these are all jazz musicians up and down the street. Now they got a place to come, and pretty soon, it'll be the Hall of Fame. See ya!
De l'homme auquel j'appartiens. Quand il me prend dans ses bras, il me parle tout bas, je vois la vie en rose. Il me dit des mots d'amour, des mots de tous les jours, et ça me fait quelque chose.
Hi, this is Alan Shea with Our Society Show, and we are here at the Catalina Bar and Grill in Hollywood, about to celebrate not just one event, but you know, we have a double event going on tonight.
What's the double event?
The other night, oh my God, Barbara Morrison is having her first annual inductee show tonight. She got a concert, and not only that, it's her birthday.
Oh, that's a double header. Birthday?
Can you imagine?
Happy birthday, Barbara.
All right. So we're going to make sure that everybody knows after tonight that it's her birthday.
Amen.
Definitely.
Barbara, Ian, I love you. Many more. You are the bomb. Amen.
And this is Alan Shea. We love you, Barbara. You've been such a humanitarian and a commitment to this community here that we just wish everybody can have some of that Barbara Morrison juice.
Amen.
What do you think?
Absolutely. And I just got to mention, you must go to the Barbara Morrison Performing Arts Center. Beautiful location right there in the Merck Park. She does wonderful stuff over in the community for everybody concerned. Barbara, we love you.
Why don't you share with the viewers your name and really give them a little bit of your history so all the viewers can really appreciate the great contributions you've made to the music and the world of jazz.
Well, I don't know if that's all that, but name's Joe Rothman. I'm the co-producer of the West Coast Jazz Party, the Newport Beach Jazz Party, and Sunset Jazz at Newport with John McClure.
Wow. So why don't you give us a little insight on how has your relationship with Barbara helped expand the growth of jazz here in Southern California and what people can expect in the future?
Well, I was talking to a guy today who runs a theater in North Hollywood, and I told him I was coming to this event and Hall of Fame for Barbara. He said Barbara is the Hall of Fame. So that's the way we all feel, all of us here tonight. And of course, her museum is going to be a great thing. It'll outlive all of us, hopefully.
Well, and I hopefully you'll agree with this assessment, is that with her being such a humanitarian and really being in the heart of LA, with everyone coming together and really showing the strength of community and a star like Barbara, we all win.
Oh, you bet we do. And the other way that we all win is Barbara is a great singer. She's doing great with the museum, but most importantly, she's been a role model for people with diabetes and who've had troubles and problems, because every day she looks like she won the lottery with a smile on her face.
And last but not least, before we let you go, why don't you share with the viewers your history with Barbara and really what you've seen her overcome to make sure the music of jazz continue to live here in Southern California?
Well, she's a real treasure, as better people than I have said, such as Jeff Clayton and John Clayton. We've been working with Barbara for over 20 years and have been paying tickets to see her for much more longer than that. And she's just a special person. I'm great to see this evening here for her.
Well, we're certainly glad that you're the first to add that true legacy to her museum, and certainly, hopefully, the young people will come to appreciate what Foundation U and Barbara have contributed to the jazz community and certainly Southern California.
Great, you're for sure. Thank you.
Well, thank you. About this gentleman, because he's going to share some great things about the jazz community that I'm sure a lot of you folks, you viewers, don't know. So why don't you give them your name and give them a little sense of your history with jazz, especially here in Southern California.
Great. Well, name is John McClure, and I am the co-producer of the Newport Beach Jazz Party, which has just completed an 18-year run. And prior to that, I was a partner with, and continue to be a partner with Joe Rothman, who you just talked to, in putting on the West Coast Jazz Party and continuing the Newport Beach Party. And as I had said, we have completed an 18-year run in February on this 4-day party. People come from all over the LA area, Orange County area, as well as around the country to enjoy mainstream straight-ahead jazz. And of course, Barbara Morrison has been a great fan pleaser for many years with us, and has been made appearances at the two parties that we've put on.
So why don't you share with the viewers, because I think unless I know...
But I was fortunate to have the love of music in my home. My parents raised me with jazz, and I think that people have said to us, you know, so many people that love what we do are getting up in age, and probably our average age of those attending is maybe around 70. But with all of the great music education going on now and the young students, in a sense, there'll be a new crop of old people that are going to, enjoy listening and seeing their jazz heroes in ballrooms. Right now, they're busy learning the music. You know, the teenagers and the college-age students, and they will be our next generation of listeners.
Absolutely,
and they'll be buying the music.
And buying the music. And before I let you go, John, because I'm sure this is going to be dear to both you and to the viewers once they hear your response to this. What ran through your mind when you heard that Barbara was opening up a museum?
Oh, it was one more thing that she is doing to continue jazz and to bring the respect to the art form, and she's just a dynamo. She's amazing. And we're so lucky that she's doing what she's doing.
And what is so amazing, I mean, how many jazz institutions do we have in Southern California that really is a great venue that we can all embrace?
Yes, absolutely. So, I mean, it's just at the right time, and we're looking forward to continuing to support her efforts.
Well, we certainly appreciate, and we're so glad that you are the newly first inductee to the museum.
Joe and I are very honored.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, tonight is so special because not only are we going to be honoring the first inductee of Barbara Morrison's museum, but we have other legendary folks like, oh my God, Mr. Al Williams. Good. So why don't you share with the viewers, first of all, your history with Barbara Morrison.
Okay.
And then secondly, when she said she was going to open up a jazz museum.
Yeah.
And thirdly, the results. Can you share a little of that with the viewers?
I first met Barbara in Long Beach, actually. She was working at a little club down on Santa Fe, and I was getting ready to open a club called Jazz Safari down by the Queen Mary. And we kind of hooked up, and we started working together, and over the years, I opened Birdland West, and then I did the Long Beach Jazz Festival, and she worked with me there for many years, maybe 20 years or so. And we were on the road together, and we've had a great time together. When she told me about the museum, I was flabbergasted. And she is such a hard worker and such a devoted person,
Right.
you know. And she's, well, you know, she calls me her big brother, and I call her my little sister.
Absolutely.
So we have a long history together.
Well, great. And you know what's so beautiful is the humanitarian that she is, that a lot of people don't understand or know that side of Barbara.
Yeah.
Why don't you share with them in your history with her, how important is that in LA and certainly in the black community for us to make sure these type of events and stories are documented?
Well, you know, I think it's crucial. It's very important. I mean, Barbara, like I said, has been Harlan Southern with huge successes. And I've been there with her, you know, the whole time. And
you know what? I appreciate it so much.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much.
All right, man. Take care.
Wow, look who is here. Hi. The two hottest couple here in the land. What can I say? Why don't you share with the viewers really what does tonight mean for us here in Southern California and for Barbara Morrison in her museum?
Go ahead.
Well, we think it's a great honor for us, but especially for the Southern California and nationwide blues and jazz organization, and as a tribute to the two great musical venues. And Barbara, of course, is an integral part of that, because there's none better than Barbara Morrison when it comes to her versatility, her knowledge of music and singing, and not just blues and jazz, but in other genres as well. So she's an all-around threat, and she's a wonderful human being.
And last, before I let you guys go, why don't you share with the viewers her humanitarian role that she does for this community, for the greater Los Angeles, and for the community of jazz?
Well, she has always been a giver, and she has given of her time and her talent to many different venues, many different blues and jazz shows, and throughout the city and other cities in the area to help them.
We certainly thank you. And why don't you share, before I let you go, your name so the viewers can see who we have here tonight?
Well, this is my darling wife, Mara.
And as a good wife, I have to agree with him, so he says it all for me.
And my name is Ron New and Mara New.
Well, we certainly thank you.
Thank you.
We certainly look forward to a great event tonight.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you.
You too. Take care.
We have another guest with us. Why don't you share your name, and then we're going to talk about Ms. Barbara Morrison and what does tonight mean.
Well, I'm Karen Hernandez, and I've been in Los Angeles ever since '68, and I started out at 43rd and Crenshaw at the old Pied Piper, and so playing with Barbara is just right around the corner.
Wow.
So it's like back home.
Well, why don't you share with the viewers really what does an event like this mean to you, and for Barbara to be the spearhead of probably a new trend?
Oh, I think it's wonderful. I just love to see keeping jazz alive and live music, and Barbara's such a fabulous singer. She's right up there with Ella Fitzgerald and all of them, and I'm just so honored to be able to play for her.
Well, we certainly appreciate you giving us some time.
Okay.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Thank you from the greater community of Los Angeles for being a phenomenal woman. I mean, I'm choked because I don't know of anyone else who would open up a jazz museum and bring everybody in Los Angeles together as you've done. Why don't you share with the viewers, how did this vision come about?
The children. The children are always asking from the Sankofa Passage on the in Lemert Park on the Walk of Fame. They kept saying, "Miss Morrison, is this a cemetery for dead people?" And I said, "No." So I started bringing the live musicians.
Thank you.
Because of you and Barbara, look what the young people have to look forward to. So alive and viable.
Learn your craft.
Whoa.
Don't just think just because you make a lot of money doing nothing. Learn your craft because it'll pay off in the long run.
Yes, sir.
Well,
Ditto.
We would like to thank you so much. Why don't you share with the viewers your name and really give us a little bit of history, how you and Barbara got together and what a museum means for the jazz industry, for Los Angeles, and for history.
Well, first of all, my name is H.B. Barnum, and I can't even remember the first time I met Barbara, but I'll tell you this. If we don't have this museum, if we don't have this history, 100 years from now, 10 years from now, all of this will be gone. This is the way to preserve it, and everybody should jump in and help. I mean, if we were trying to buy some ice cream and everybody be chipping in. So come on, chip in, send pictures, send money, spend some time, come down and see. It's a wonderful place. It's just in its infancy now, I know, because it's going to grow, and it's going to grow because we have people like Barbara who have made it her life's work to make it happen.
Absolutely. And why don't you share before we let you go, how important is the arts and for us to keep this genre and this way of preserving this music here?
Well, all I can say is if you had 50 politicians in here or 50 preachers in here or 50, you'd have the biggest fight in the world. You have people in here who love music, and music keeps us all together. It tames the savage beast, believe me.
With the man of the hour, I hear you're gonna have a party tonight, huh?
Well, I'm co-hosting, and we want to make sure that the party's moving and snapping and grooving. But I mean, we don't want to push it too fast. We want to let it, gel in there and get the party going and everybody having a good time. So we're looking forward to a good time tonight.
Well, whenever I'm around you, Jay, I get all excited because you got the swag, you got the voice. And you know how to get that excitement in, especially on an event like tonight.
Well, you know what? I don't have to do much because the event is so special. It's so important. It's so unique in that this is the first one. And 100 years from now, when they're still talking about this Hall of Fame, we're going to say this was the first one. And I think that energy in itself will bring the excitement. I'll just have to say a few names, call off a little on the roll call of the rundown here, and let the party go, because once the music starts playing, and you know how jazz and blues lovers are, once the music starts playing and rolling, everybody's swinging.
Wow. Well, before I let Jay go, I must pull him closer to me and thank him so much, because it was about a year ago you and I was at Barbara's museum when she first kind of cracked the egg open with the doors before she actually got everything in line.
That's right.
And you and I had a late night. I think we were there at about 1 o'clock.
Yeah, we had a great chat.
Great chat.
Yeah. And which birthed our friendship.
Absolutely.
Which lasts to this day.
And can you imagine what the journey has been since that day because of Barbara Morrison?
Barbara Morrison is the most incredible human being on the planet. I'm not just talking about friends of mine or people I know, but this woman has endured so much, but she has contributed so much, making so much music, entertaining so many people around the world, and just being this wonderful person who is this ball of energy who cannot be stopped.
Right.
And it is a real honor to know her, to be part of the museum, to be part of this event, and I'm just excited and looking forward to the years to come with her. So.
Well, I'm just glad that you were here and that Barbara made it possible for all of us to come together. And viewers, we'd like to thank you so much. So we're going to continue to try and grab a few more interviews. But thank you so much, Jay, because you make it happen.
Good to see you.
We would like for Mark, since he's here, to share with the community and to share with Los Angeles how important is this woman in this contribution tonight.
Well, look, an institution worthy of our attention, our celebration. She inspires us. She lifts us. and she does it with such a spirit of generosity. I mean, her gifts are so exceptional, so extraordinary, and we couldn't stop her from doing it no matter what. I think if she were to be compensated or not, she would just sing to our edification and our complete delight. And we all know that to be who she is. That's why we love her. That's why we're here tonight. And Barbara Morrison, we love you, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. Yeah,
Thank you. I love you
the
too.
whole county, and on behalf of some 10 million people in the county of Los Angeles, we're going to celebrate you because you are worthy of being celebrated. And so I'm going to give you this is here to say the one and only Barbara Morrison on the 69th birthday celebration. Best wishes on your birthday. The county of Los Angeles celebrates this special, and I do mean special, day with you. Ladies and gentlemen, Barbara Morrison is in the house yet again.
Thank you.
I am so proud to be next to them celebrating Barbara's birthday and the first year inductee of her museum.
Beautiful, real honor.
Mr. Mitchell, why don't you tell us how much of an impact does this make for the Southern California community?
Well, this is an example of how it's supposed to be done. I mean, to really focus on music, blues, jazz, and give it a good, solid presence where the community, it's simple enough to see what we're doing. Barbara has done a lot to introduce a lot of people that the community might not have known, and she's just really keeping the tradition of jazz music going, and it's very important. If we could get that spirit and that intention in some of the other organizations, we can maintain our art form at the level that it's supposed to be at.
Well, before I let you go, and this incredible woman, why don't you share with the viewers what Miss Morris has done for you as a woman who's in the jazz genre arena, and what your hopes are after having some exposure to it? Because interestingly, that's how we met. Was that we were all at a concert about 4 years ago, and Barbara was there, you were there, and saw this incredible music come together. So why don't you share with the viewers what does an artist like Barbara mean, and with the legacy that she's created for a young artist like yourself?
It's been very inspired by Miss Barbara Morrison. I met her when first time I came here, Los Angeles. It was 2010. I heard her singing. That was my first listening of Los Angeles legend singer in our school. Well, I went to the conservatory, music conservatory. I heard her singing at the first time, and so much inspired, and so much she helped students, children, other musicians for the all of the jazz world.
Right.
Yes, I would like to be like her. I can support, I can help for many people in the future.
Well, from my experience with you, you've already started a good pathway. So, but I certainly would like to thank you and Mr. Mitchell here for giving us a good interview, and being here to support Barbara and the museum and what this means to our community, because we need to keep the arts alive and the jazz alive. So we want to thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And we're here with another great legend, should I say, artist or influencer? Which one?
I'll certainly take it, baby. I'll take it. They call me a living legend.
Well, why don't you share with the viewers your name and give them why your legendary influence is so powerful?
Well, my name is Sweet Baby J, and let me tell you something. I have been doing this for as long as I can remember, and I am so proud and honored and thrilled to be receiving this award. I mean, it makes you feel wonderful when you know that you've been working all your life to do something, right? And we know we cut our teeth on jazz and blues.
Absolutely.
And so to have Barbara keep this tradition alive in a museum and to be a part of that is pretty special, because people, what happens with history is that people look up and they come and get it, right? I cut my teeth.
Right.
Those coming up will learn how to munch on it, and then you just take it from there. It just spreads around the world. After all, jazz is the original American art form.
It absolutely is. And why don't you share with the viewers what does a moment like this mean in our history, and certainly here in Los Angeles?
Well, it's important that we honor people who have given what they give to our community. It's important that we keep that tradition alive in jazz. And as I said many times, is that if you give back, right? It's everything that I give. I'm an arranger and a producer and a songwriter and singer. Everything that I give and I leave for people that are coming up behind me, because I fed on those that were coming up before me.
Don't try to fight it, for there's nothing that you can do. Relax your mind. Come on and groove with mine. You got to feel that beat, so we can ride the boogie. Baby, just you and me.